not too surprising. Anyway, it's all in the past. I'm gonna take these two for a dip in the hot springs. Oh, wait. You'll need swimsuits first.
Hold it right there, young lady. Have you forgotten the rule about bathing in the hot springs?
Rule? Oh, wait, you mean...
There's a rule about bathing in the hot springs?
That's right. Outlanders have to complete a trial at an artificial hot spring before they're allowed access.
It's not nearly as scary as it sounds. Basically, natural hot springs have higher temperatures that not everyone can withstand. A few travelers have scalded by the water in the... These...
Famous last words. The hot springs are not to be underestimated.
Oh, that sounds dangerous. You know, Paimon's really not all that formidable.
Exactly. There will be no excessive risk-taking on my watch.
Okay.
That's more like it. And don't try anything funny. I'm heading to the artificial spring in a bit, and if I don't see you there, your days of copping free meals at my place are done.
Relax. Oh, by the way, Atea, how have you been feeling lately?
Much better. How else would I have the energy to keep an eye on all you rascals? Hey! You over there! How many times have I told you no roughhousing near the hot spring?
Of hot springs. She referred to anyone who came to these parties as her hot spring buddies. The attendees were all respected warriors like Lily.
If Paimon lived here, she would...
It's just... During battle, she was impaled in the abdomen by an abyssal monster. The doctors managed to save her life, but they made it clear that she could never bathe in the hot abyssal power still exists within her body. Immersing herself in hot water would accelerate the corrosion of her internal organs.
Oh, no wonder she has so many scars.
That's normal. She never talks about her injury. She's worked tirelessly over the years to dig up artificial springs so that more and more people can experience our tribe's natural wonders. Anyway, let's head to the artificial springs.
Oh, I see. That's a great idea.
See, I told you the chief would agree. Well, let's get moving then. We can't let a word of this slip to anyone else.
Hey, Amina, Hikaru, Marukau. You three seem particularly cheerful today.
Oh, Mulani!
This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, what a coincidence. We were just talking about her.
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a turn for the better.
Really?
Okay, so while you've been busy with the pilgrimage, we noticed that she's been visiting the hot springs alone at night. Specifically, the hot springs in the cave to the north of our settlement. I'm sure you know the one. Apparently, she used to go there a lot before they became abandoned for some reason. She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night.
Yeah, so we got to thinking, what if we renovated the abandoned spring behind her back, then threw her a huge surprise party? Chief Amina thinks it's a great idea too. So
Of course. How could you... I'm a little busy right now, though.
Of course. These artificial springs are pretty new, but the experience is just as good as the natural ones if you... And you two, I know you want to focus on Atea's surprise, but don't forget your patrol duties in the meantime.
You got it, Chief. We'll keep an eye out.
all right, we're off then. See you at the abandoned spring, Mulani.
I'm also gonna head out. Have fun!
Finally, it's hot spring time. Oh, I already arranged swimwear for you guys, by the way. Come on. So, what do you think? Can you feel the warmth relax every muscle in your body?
Yeah, it's so nice. The steam is warm too.
The first time I came to the hot springs, there was no calming effect whatsoever. I was such a little ball of energy, the moment my parents looked away, I ran off to the high-temperature pools. It was actually pretty funny looking back on it. They were absolutely frantic, looking for me all over, until finally they saw my head slowly poke out from under the water. I was too young to remember the whole ordeal, but my parents told me all about it. A natural-born swimmer, my mother called me. So feel free to go for a swim. I'll be right here if you need rescuing.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Auntie Atea, you really came to check on us?
Of course. And I'm glad you listened. I brought you all some milk and snacks as well. The temperature in the artificial springs isn't too high, so
Oh, thank—
well, I did make them myself. Very few young people know how to truly appreciate hot springs, so listen carefully. To bathe in a hot spring is to completely empty your mind. As such, swimming around the pool is incredibly disruptive and impolite, and something you should absolutely not learn from Mualani.
Hey!
All right, looks like you were able to adapt to the temperature, no problem. You should be able to switch to the natural springs then. Well, I've got to get going. Oh, and make sure you drink your milk. I'm looking at you, Mualani. I still remember how you used to pour it into the water when you were little. That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not.
My mom didn't think you were the type to do something like that.
I remember thinking I'd totally get away with it too. But turns out milk is pretty Some people get dizzy if they stay in here too long.
Paimon's fine, just a bit stuffed.
Looks like you two are naturals. Oh, by the way, I have to leave you on your own for a little while this afternoon. I certainly